Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Final Fantasy VII, the second playthrough I ever did on this channel. I'm shocked I chose to do this one after 8, honestly. It always sort of surprised me how quickly I jumped from one game to another. In any case, let's go. Final Fantasy VII. Let's get this done. Come on, newcomer. Follow me. Alright, Final Fantasy VII, and thankfully I don't have to change my controls in this game. Always nice. Not to mention, this loads so much better than the Switch version of 9. 9 was such a pain in the ass. So the enemies in this area are pretty easy to dispatch, and we're not going to have too much trouble getting rid of them, honestly. One thing you're going to want to do is we're going to change the battle speed to maximum. Because if there's one thing I've learned from playing this game over the years, it is that if you don't do this, you will hear about it. And I will definitely fucking hear about it. So let's go... Nope, config. Battle speed. No. There we go. Active. Talk to this guy as well and get another potion. Let's go. Wow, you used to be in Soldier, huh? Not every day you find one in a group like Avalanche. Soldier? Aren't they the enemy? What's he doing with us, Avalanche? He was in Soldier, Jesse, but he quit and he's with us now. I didn't catch your name. That's because I didn't fucking give it to you. Any case, our name is Cloud. You see, if I recall, this takes place... Jesus, it doesn't take that much longer after Final Fantasy, the End of Crisis Core. Because Cloud shows up and he's with Tifa for a while, and then he ends up here. So this doesn't take that long. I think this might only be like a year or so after the fact, give or take. I'm not 100% sure how long. Cloud, eh? I don't care what your names are. Once this job's over, I'm out of here. The hell you all doing? I thought I told you never to move in a group. Our target's the North Mako reactor. We'll meet on the bridge in front of it. Ex-soldier, huh? I don't trust you. And this is Barrett. Get used to him. He's a standard character, and he's probably going to be someone I'm going to be using quite a bit of. I don't think he'll be in my primary team though. Press the directional buttons while pressing B to run, which is actually not true. Believe it or not, you don't actually have to do that. Cloud will basically run if you just use the analog stick. A wonderful feature that you could only really have access to for PS1 if you were using a third-party controller. That was mostly due to how third-party controllers were made. They didn't do a lot of what Sony did with their controllers, so all their analog sticks were basically coded like D-pads. So they weren't truly digital movement; they were just basically mapped just like another D-pad. So that's why they would work. In fact, the one I used for the longest time was a Mad Catz PS1 controller, and that one let me do it, but later ones don't. And this game was never meant to have analog movement to begin with. Alright, what do you have to say? I'll secure our escape passage. You concentrate on the mission, Cloud. Jeez, we're really gonna blow this huge furnace up? This'll be something to see. You know it, my dude. We're gonna blow this bitch sky high. Aw. Never liked the fact that they cut the music out like that. Yo, this is your first time in a reactor, huh? No. After all, I did work for Shinra, you know. The planet's full of Mako energy. People here use it every day. It's the lifeblood of this planet. But Shinra keeps sucking the blood out with these weird machines. I'm not here for a lecture. Let's just get this over with. Alright, you come with me from now on. Fair enough. Alright, talk to Jesse. And I'm sure you all know we got to go down here and collect an item. Phoenix down. Nice. Yeah, this first section of the game is pretty simplistic. Push that button over there. Little by little, the reactors drain out all the light. Then that'll be that. It's not my problem. The planet's dying, Cloud! The only thing I care about is finishing this job before the security and robo-guards show up. Urgh. Yeah, good luck with that, Barrett. You're not going to convince me that easily to care about this fucking thing. Although, I've always been really curious why Cloud was so dismissive. Especially what we know about what's happened. I mean, after what he's been through, you would think he'd be a little less dismissive. Then again, Crisis Core was made after the fact, so... continuity be damned, right? Nice. I guess I'll talk about some noob shit, even though I know anyone who watches this will have already played Final Fantasy VII. I don't like doing that, but I feel like I'm going to have to because it's going to come up in one way, shape, or form. So I guess I'll get it out the way. The big thing here is that obviously, like most games, there's a front and a back row. That's been pretty much a Final Fantasy staple. But Final Fantasy VII treats it a little differently in a sense that because certain characters are just better effective at certain ranges. So if you have a character who perhaps you don't want taking a lot of damage, you're going to put them in the back row. And a character like Barrett is odd because I know he's I know because of his weapons he has long range, so he can hit things that you normally wouldn't be able to hit. But I don't know if that actually affects his damage or not. I'd want to say it doesn't, but I could be wrong. Press A in front of the ladder to grab it, then use the directional buttons to climb up and down. But yeah, for the most part, characters in Final Fantasy VII are all pretty much the same. They kind of all have that same issue Final Fantasy VIII did, where like all the characters are fundamentally the same, but they have minor stat differences. But when you really boil it down, every character is fairly effective. Now that doesn't mean there's not standouts, right? Mathematically speaking, I think it's Barrett who can deal the most in a single limit break use. Like the most damage, like in a single limit break. Not necessarily the most in a single hit. Like his Unger max, if you use hero drinks and have maxed out strength and have maxed out attack stats, he would, in theory, deal the most damage. How practical that is, I don't know. But mathematically, that's where he kind of boils down. That's kind of where he lands. I don't want to use this limit break. But you're not going to give me much of a fucking choice. Okay, wow, you're really going to put me in this shitty position, aren't you? Thank you. I'm trying to maintain some of my resources. Now, to that end, Final Fantasy VII is not a hard game. Calling Final Fantasy VII a hard game is incredibly dumb. Because it's not. Like, by no appreciation of the word is Final Fantasy VII remotely a difficult game. I would actually be better served saying that Final Fantasy VII is one of the most, how do I say this, justifiably customizable games. Like, with Final Fantasy VIII, it's customizable, but man, you don't want to do it, because the way the system is in that game is such a pain in the ass. When we blow this place, it ain't gonna be nothing more than a hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the bomb. Shouldn't you do it? Just do it. I gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing. Fine, I'll do it. Watch out. This isn't just a reactor. What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong, Cloud? Hurry it up. Yeah, sorry. Heads up, here it comes. Alright, Guard Scorpion. I'm pretty sure they fixed the translation for this, right? Because the translation used to be really weird, and the fact that it kind of told you to attack when its tail is up, even though you're not supposed to. But Final Fantasy VII was an unfortunate case for games, because this game came out with the way 7 was made. It got sandwiched in between a bunch of games that Square was working on. And if I recall correctly, didn't like only a couple people actually translate this fucking thing? It was like 6, right? Because like 6 and 7 were both being produced relatively close to each other, if I recall correctly. Because like 6 wasn't translated by that many people. And translating video games wasn't exactly of the highest priority for developers back then. In any case, if I recall correctly, this boss does not have much health. He has 800? So he should be easy enough for you to take care of. So let's see if I'm right. Barrett, be careful. Attack while its tail is up. It's gonna counterattack with this. That's still, yeah, that still sounds awkward. I think that's still wrong. Cause I mean, there's so many better ways you could have said it. Honestly. There he goes. You and you. All right, come on. But yeah, this It's somewhat surprising this game had. Oh shit! God damn it! Come on, let's put an end to this. Like we've all had our fill of your stupidity. Thank you. All right, Guard Scorpion is taken care of. You know, I will say, I still like this design better. Don't get me wrong, Crisis Core was all souped up, but man, it always felt really, really weird to see someone like Zack just go around to smash up a Guard Scorpion. Come on, let's get out of here. Alright, 10 minutes to detonation. Plenty of time. So we're gonna go and equip the assault gun. We're not in much of a rush, if I'm 100% honest with you. You could probably like fight every single thing you run into slowly and still leave this place with plenty of time. So, full disclaimer, I've only played this game one other time, and I didn't even complete it the last time I played it, actually. I've only played this game one other time, aside from my obvious playthrough I did on YouTube back then. And that was like 2018? I was doing it for a screenshot LP on Twitter. And boy, that was fun. That was something else. So my goal is to make this as broken and as busted as that playthrough was, but I'll do my best. I make no promise. Nice. God, I can't wait till we start getting the good shit. Like, honestly, once you get enemy skill in this game, bruh, so much of this game breaks in half. The game is so not prepared for you to have enemy skill. Especially if you get the good shit early. Which many of the skills you can get absurdly early. You alright? My leg got stuck. Thanks. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Oh shit. Alright, go up here. Up, there we go. So, as I had to learn the hard way, or at least because I was playing this on my own and I never really put much thought behind how it worked, limit breaks are actually kind of a pain in the ass. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know roughly what they're supposed to be. So, like, the very first limit break you get, right, it's something like you have to, it's like, to get one of them, it's like you have to use a limit break so many times, and then to unlock the next one, you have to kill so many enemies. I think it's like 50. 50 or 100. I don't remember the exact number. I'll have it listed in the description, because God knows I don't remember that detail top of my head. Point is, it's not impossible to do. It's just tedious if you try to do it, you know, intentionally. It's one of those things that's way easier if you try to do it on accident. That should keep the planet going at least a little longer. Yeah. Okay, now everyone get back. Alright, so I was semi-right. So it's either you have to use a limit break so many times, or you have to defeat 80 enemies with that particular character. Which is why getting Cloud's limit breaks can be incredibly easy, but then with some characters, it's kind of a pain in the ass, especially if you're talking like Aerith. But I guess loading her up with enough magic, you can probably do it, especially running the groups. That shit should be super easy. Rendezvous at Sector 8 station. Split up and get to the train. Hey. If it's about your money, wait till we get back. But yeah, I haven't been able... I don't think I've ever put that much effort into getting Aerith's limit breaks. I might. I haven't decided. That's going to take time. Excuse me. What happened? Nothing. Hey. Don't see many flowers around here. Oh, these? Do you like them? They're only 1 gil. Sure. Oh, thank you. Here you are. Hey, what the fuck happened to your flower cart, man? I went through all that hassle to build that damn thing. Although, if I recall, there's a mission in Crisis Core where you build her another one. Because apparently she didn't like the first one. And apparently she didn't like the second one either, because she just ditched that shit. I know, continuities, but still. I feel particular attachment to that thing. Hey, you there! Oh, shit. Fine, y'all want to die? Fine, I'll kill every single one of you for free. It's no big deal, I have a sword. Actually, the more surprising aspect of Final Fantasy VII is, like, how normalized are swords? Like, a gun, I get, right? Like, people carrying around a gun makes sense. Like, people do that shit now. But a fucking sword? Ugh. Like, I guess Soldier. Soldier seems like they made... Well, it was only the first and second classes that used that shit, though, right? Like, you didn't see fucking normal people using swords. You know, this is a fantastic game design when you make an encounter that you can't feasibly lose. I mean, hey, you know, we don't want our players to lose during the fight and get discouraged, so we'll make sure the enemies do basically nothing. It works. Ugh. Uh-oh. So, anyways, back to the limit break thing. So the way it basically works, I'm going to use Cloud as an example, because I actually have this information in my notes. I just didn't look over and scroll down to see it. So let's take Cloud, for instance, right? So for Cloud to go from Braver to Cross Slash, he needs to use the Braver 8 times. Now, for him to go from Cross Slash to Blade Beam, he needs to kill 80 enemies. Then to go from Blade Beam to Clem Hazard, he needs to use Clem Hazard 8 times. And then it just repeats. It just goes back and forth. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It's not even really that difficult. The problem comes in is just trying to get that done quickly. That's as far as you go. Man, I don't have time to mess around with you assholes. Enough babbling, grab them. Surprisingly, Vincent does not play by those rules. Vincent is just kill 80 enemies, which is... I never thought about that. His is literally just kill 80 enemies. Like, Death Giga's 80 enemies. Hellmasker, 80 enemies. Did not know that was so different. I always assumed it was the same. Cloud never came. Cloud, think he was killed? No way! Cloud. Say, do you think Cloud's going to stay and fight for Avalanche? How the hell would I know? Do I look like a mind reader? If y'all weren't such damn screw-ups. Hey, Barrett, what about our money? Nothing, sorry. Actually, moreover, how does a resistance group even make money? Like, how are you guys making money? Like, no offense, but defying the worldwide corporational government doesn't exactly seem like it would bring in the dollars. Cloud! Looks like I'm a little late. You damn right you late. Come waltzing in here making a big scene. It's no big scene. Just what I always do. You motherfucker. Having everyone worried like that, you don't give a damn about no one but yourself. You were worried about me? What? That's coming out of your share, hotshot. Wake up. We're moving out. Follow me. Hey, Cloud, you were great back there. Cloud, we'll do even better next time. Careful, I'll shut this. Oh, Cloud, your face is pitch black. There you go. Say, thanks for helping me back there at the reactor. The last train out of Sector 8 station. Last stop is Sector 7 train graveyard. Expected arrival is 12:23 a.m. Midgar Standard Time. You know, I'm sure profiling exists in this universe. Oh, this is why I hate the last train. Oh boy. I'm sure profiling exists in this universe, and this is going to sound fucked up for me to say. But if anyone profiles Barrett, I'm pretty sure you can't use racial profiling as an excuse at that point. I'm sorry. When there's a literal gun grafted onto the stump of your arm, I'm pretty sure you're seen as, like, you know, a walking probable cause. Hey, Cloud, you want to look at this with me? It's a map of the Midgar rail system. Let's look at it together. I'll explain it to you. I like this kind of stuff. Bombs and monitors, you know, flashy stuff. Okay, it's about to start. This is a complete model of the city of Midgar. It's about 1/10,000th scale. The top plate is about 50 meters above ground. The main pillar supports the plate in the center, and there are other support pillars built in each section. The number 1 reactor we blew up was in the northern section. Then there's number 2, 3, all the way up to the number 8 reactor. The 8 reactors provide Midgar with electricity. Each town used to have a name, but no one in Midgar remembers them. Instead, we refer to them by numbered sectors. That's how things turned out. Phew. Hey. Look what's next. This is the route the train is on. The route spirals around the main pillar. We should be coming around the center right now. Each checkpoint has an ID sensor device. It checks the identities and backgrounds of each passenger on the train, and is linked up to the central database at Shinra headquarters. We definitely look suspicious, so we're using fake IDs. Speak of the devil? That light means we're in an ID security check area. When the lights go off, you never know what kind of creeps will come out. We're almost back now. What a relief. Don't act so damn big, Barrett. I'm seeing stars. This sucks. I hate the dark. Look, you can see the surface now. This city don't have no day or night. If that plate weren't there, we could see the sky. A floating city. It's pretty unsettling scenery. Never expect to hear that out of someone like you. You just full of surprises. The upper world. A city on a plate. It's 'cause of that fucking pizza that people underneath are suffering. And the city below is full of polluted air. On top of that, the reactor keeps draining up all the energy. Then why doesn't everyone just move on to the plate? Don't know. Probably 'cause they ain't got no money. Or maybe 'cause they love their land, no matter how polluted it gets. I know. No one lives in the slums because they want to. It's like this train. It can't run anywhere except where the rails take it. Yo, get over here, all of y'all. This mission was a success, but don't go getting lazy now. The hard part's still to come. Don't y'all be scared of that explosion. 'Cause the next one's gonna be bigger than that. Meet back at the hideout. Move out. When you've been a trained man as long as I have, you see a lot of people and a lot of lives. People meeting, parting, joy, sadness. After a while, it doesn't even get to you anymore. Oof. That is really sad. Why'd you have to be so morbid about it, dude? Damn. What the fuck? Oh, can you actually get... Oh, okay. I didn't know you could actually get into encounters here. Huh. Alright. I did not know that was even a thing in this particular part of the map. I always knew you could walk down this far. I just didn't know you could run into something down here. Huh. It's not effective to do any actual work leveling now anyways. The best place to do any actual, if you're like really wanting to gain some levels, is Shinra headquarters. If you are like so inclined. Which I am not. Not really. But if you were so very inclined to do so. How much of this can you actually explore before the game? Yeah, okay. So you can only get to about that far before the game says, no, you can't go any further. Still, it is kind of cool that the game doesn't have like an artificial thing blocking you off like so many games tend to do. Even if you can't access it, I always appreciate when a game doesn't just, you know, block it off. I'm not letting you go tonight. Wow. Okay. Cool. A little odd, a little bit of an odd reaction, but fair enough. Excuse me. You cannot pass without the proper clearance. Did I do good this time? You gotta be tougher. But, Okay, that's all. Cool. Fair enough. Hey now! Oops! What on the earth are you doing? Just butt out, jeez. Huh? You came to see it too? There was a bombing on top. If this pillar should come down, everyone in the slums is dust. Well, there's no point in worrying about that. Hey, check it out. It's huge, ain't it? You know, it is a marvel of technology to imagine that they built all this. Hey, this is a strange and wonderful place. But this is my place, where you can come by when you want. See ya, bro. Absolutely. Yo, Cloud, hurry up! Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, I'll wrap this episode up here. Anyways, everybody, next time on Final Fantasy VII, we head to the hideout. Until then, guys, stay tuned. I am signing out.